Hi, my name is Dr. Kathy Santinello, and I'm a professor in the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences at Southern Illinois University, Edwardsville. My colleagues and I would like to talk to you about Chagas disease and kissing bugs. Chagas disease is also called American trypanosomiasis. It's caused by a protozoan, which is a parasite called Trypanosoma cruzi. In the top right-hand corner, in the middle picture, you see the parasite amongst red blood cells. It is transmitted by a bug called a kissing bug, which you see on either side of the middle picture. The kissing bug will bite a host. It will infect the host when it takes its blood meal and defecates on the skin. And if that protozoan, the parasite, is pushed into the skin, it can enter the bloodstream and can become very dangerous. It can also be ingested. The protozoan parasite can also be transmitted with a blood transfusion or congenitally and other modes of transmission. The life cycle is on the bottom right-hand corner, and I'm not going to go through the whole life cycle, but you can see in the bottom right-hand corner that if the bug does bite you and if the protozoan parasite is pushed into the skin, it will enter the bloodstream and it'll end up invading some of the nucleated cells of the body, such as the cardiovascular cells, and this can render it very dangerous. I'd like to talk about the stages of the disease. In about a quarter of the patients, they will present symptoms. About 75% of the time, the patients will be asymptomatic. They'll enter the acute phase, and in the acute phase, there are many signs and symptoms, but many of them will be very general symptoms, like flu-like symptoms. Some will be much more specific, such as Romagne sign, which you see at the top right-hand corner. That's a swelling of the eyelid, and it signifies that that's where the bug has bitten the patient. And if that exists, that will tell the physician, hey, this is Chagas disease, and the patient can be treated. Or the patient can enter the chronic phase, which can be up to a decade or so later. In this phase, there are GI problems, but even more importantly, cardiovascular problems can exist, such as aneurysms or heart failure. Because this disorder is so serious, this is one of the reasons my colleagues and I are interested in studying it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ellen Sanis. I'm an assistant professor at SIUE in the Department of Applied Health in our public health program. I'm going to be talking a little bit about the kissing bugs themselves. These are the ones that are transmitting the parasite. And so they exist mostly in Latin America. There are many different species of these kissing bugs, and you can see in this picture that they are spread out all over Central and South America. But we do have some species that are in the United States, and the one we're going to be focusing on is Triatoma sanguisuga, T. sanguisuga, which you can see up in the United States. And what we are going to be focusing on here is looking at Illinois and Missouri specifically. The map of the United States that you see here, it just shows all the states where these species of kissing bugs have been found or reported from. And so we are trying to learn what is the northern limits, how far north are we going to find the kissing bugs that are infected with the parasite. And so we're starting some work here locally, and so far what we know is in the shaded counties in Illinois and Missouri in this map, those are all the counties where we have a known kind of sighting or collection of these kissing bugs. The stars that are in red show kissing bugs that have been tested positive for the T. cruzi parasite. So we know that close to our area we have both the kissing bugs and the parasite, and so we are trying to learn more about them.
I'm Britt Peterson. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Biological Sciences here at SIUE, and I'm here to talk to you about how you can help with our project. As you've seen before, we are interested in collecting kissing bugs from the St. Louis metro area. And I have for you a bunch of insects that are native to our St. Louis area. And I want you to see if you can remember which insect is the kissing bug from the previous slides. This one. This is a kissing bug. The other insects are things that you will probably find in your garden or in your backyard, things like lightning bugs and leaf-footed bugs that have similar shape or coloration, but they're not kissing bugs. The key characteristics for kissing bugs, as seen here, are alternating red and black stripes and a lack of the ridge like crest on the upper abdomen, which is what we would see in a wheel bug. They also don't light up, and while they can fly, they're not super strong flyers. If you think you've found a kissing bug, even if you're not sure, you can still collect it and help contribute to this project. Importantly, we want to make sure that you're safe, so try to protect your hands using gloves or a plastic bag, and collect the insect, and you can send it to us in that sealed container, or we can come collect it if you're local. Importantly, if you do make contact with the insect and it bites you, immediately wash your hands or wherever the affected area is, and be careful not to scratch. So when you send a kissing bug in, this is what we're going to do with it. We're going to collect that kissing bug and extract its gut to extract DNA. That DNA will be used in a PCR reaction to screen it for the T. cruzi parasite. This is similar to what you may have had done in a COVID test, where we'll be able to amplify the DNA in the sample and identify whether or not it's positive for the parasite. Using gel electrophoresis, we'll be able to screen the results, and we ultimately hope to communicate whether we have T. cruzi being actively transmitted in the St. Louis metropolitan area using these results. We also want to thank the Southern Illinois University Edwardsville Meridian Society Award for making this research and this video possible.